is EmpressRed from ZooG Radio, and I'm hanging out with ZooG from Angelspit.
Rock, EmpressRed.
So tell me about the new record and how is it touring with KMFDM?
The new record is called Hideous and Perfect, and it is loud. We've wanted to get back to the original sound that really got us into this, which was early KMFDM, Barton, and a lot of really old school industrial. Because it was done in Australia, we can make a lot more noise in Australia, and we can be louder. So we got out a lot louder. We have a friend in a band called the Grand Fatal, and in Australia they're like punk rock stars. His name is Graham Charles Kent, and he's the neatest guitarist you've ever met. And we got him on board, and he just shreds like Satan juice. And from there it grew, and then we started. We were building metallic instruments, beating the crap out of them, and we were also going into the back lanes and the back alleys where we live, where people dump their rubbish, and we were building instruments.
Really?
Really. We were building like 2-meter high cellos and these weird sort of things, and then bolting, wrapping screw wire around the tuning forks, so that when you twang them. Another really cool thing is also to get a long spring and wrap that around it, and put a salad bowl here and a salad bowl there, so it goes up like that, a spring that way, and you put a microphone there. So when you pluck this, it resonates the spring, which resonates the salad bowl, and you get a really bizarre sound. And if you want to be crazy, you lie in your pack and you scream into that. When you were kids, did you get the thing where you get 2 tin cans and yell through them? Yeah. Well, you do the same thing because all the strings are taut. So you scream through that, and one of the songs called As It Is in Heaven is full of vocals that were recorded, and Princess Chaos as well, where you were singing and yelling into the bottom part of this salad bowl, resonating the spring.
Like, I went to school for audio engineering.
Cool!
Yeah, so I was gonna ask you, like, what kind of gear are you excited about, or that's new that you're using, but I guess you're sort of making your own.
Well, we use a lot of really old stuff. Like, we're big collectors of analog synths.
Awesome.
And we've got a lot of like Roland Jupiter stuff and sequential circuit stuff, and a bit of Moog stuff, but we're also increasingly getting into modular synths. So we've got some older modular synths which aren't quite as reliable, but there's a lot of new brands popping up, like Dogfa in Germany make really excellent stuff. Moog is remaking stuff, and there's some really excellent stuff around that just gives the most pumping stuff. So we patch everything up. We've got a modular synth that's about 4 meters across, 2 meters high, and we just patch. It'll take us a day to put a bass line together, the actual bass sound, and the drums and everything else also get built. Like, we actually record a lot of real drums, do a lot of drum sequencing, and then we splatter them up through whatever means and cut it all up.
So how long did it take to make Hideous and Perfect?
Hideous and Perfect took us. It was actually a really fast album because we were fortunate enough, because we're doing Angelspit full time, we were working on it pretty much solidly after the Australian tour, which we did in July last year, and we finished it in around about April. So once we got it mastered, signed off, we got out in September, or did we finish it in June? So it's about 11 months, 10 months, something like that. So it was actually really cool because if you get more time to fill an album, you start. Actually, one of the guys on our forums said something really cool once about how the more you produce something, the more you take the grit out of it, the more you take the punk raw essence out of it. If you have more time to get, you don't want to sculpt that out. So we sort of purposely went, because Sasha we've been queuing this tour up since we were in Berlin, which was like late 80s, 90s.
So it was your idea to do the tour, it wasn't just the label thing?
No, it's his. Yeah, we did a remix together. We'll get to this in a minute.
No, I know, yeah.
But because he said he gave us the okay to do it, and we then got signed to Metropolis, everything came together, and we said, right, we're going to have an album on that table by the time we tour.
Awesome.
And what happened is we just basically worked like crazy monkeys and put it all together.
Cool. So how is it working with Metropolis?
It's really cool. Metropolis are interesting. Like working with Dancing Ferret was awesome because Patrick runs a really small label and he has a lot of time for the bands and you get a lot of advice and stuff like that. Metropolis is a big machine, and when you go into the big machine, all the parts know exactly what they're doing, and that's really cool because instead of one person doing all the jobs, you've got several people who are focused on all of the things. So if you need promotion or a DJ pool or, you know, whatever, they know exactly what they're doing, and
they've been around for a long time.
They've been around for a long time. Yeah, they're very open to what has to happen to counterbalance the ebbs and flows of the modern music industry, and yeah, they know what they're doing. I really like it. You know that if you got a problem with this, you talk to this guy, this one you talk to this guy, and it all sort of comes together. They never get involved in your sound. Neither did our previous label. They just, basically they're 100%. It's just a case of when you get through the door, you're in the race, so run.
Don't forget to check out part 2, my interview with ZooG from Angelspit. Rock!